Krieger-Watkins here with Mason County Press' The Scoop, brought to you by Safe Harbor Credit Union. And today I'm out at Orchard Market on North US 31 with co-owner Bill Sturgeon. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. Thanks for letting me come out.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the fall festivities that you guys do out here at Orchard Market.
All right.
What do you got going on this year?
Well, not a whole lot has changed from last year. We're still doing the wagon rides and the you-pick pumpkins. Still have our haunted forest that everybody seems to enjoy and have a lot of fun with. The biggest one is the apple cannons. We have a lot of people driving by that you'll actually see whip around on the road, come back to see what those are, and see what that is. Corn maze again this year. It's a little thicker, a little nicer this year. It's looking really nice. Constantly changing. I never have it the same every year.
You can't do that.
No.
People would master it and then even, have any fun trying to find your way through it. So what are some big draws for people to come out to Orchard Market besides this kind of stuff? Like, talk a little bit about the stuff inside.
We've been, most people don't realize, but we've been here 60 years, or pretty close to it. It's 59 this year. So we've built up quite a name with an older clientele. We've been working really hard to get new faces in the store, and what they're finding is a lot of apples this time of year. We have 11 different varieties of apples that we grow, about 7 or 8 of them that we actually sell in the store. All different types of pumpkins and gourds, specialty type stuff that you might not be able to find other places. And then the cabbages that we're known for, about 15 pounds average on our cabbage. And a lot of people come just for sauerkraut. They're making sauerkraut, so they come here. I have plenty of people that buy 100 head at a time. So it keeps us hopping, and they're really happy with it.
That's cool. And then you also have a bakery inside.
Yep, the bakery is going strong. The girls are working very hard to keep up with the demand of all the different types of chopped breads and all the specialty type pastries that they make. They do a wonderful job, and people absolutely love the bakery side of our business as well.
Now, as far as the activities outside go, when do you guys actually offer those? Is it just the weekend?
Yep, just weekends. During the week, I do a lot of school tours, so that keeps me very busy during the week on top of trying to run a regular business.
Right.
And so then we've pretty much realized that weekends would be the only time we could do it. Myself and some of the other guys, we're young, we have families, and at some point we have to go, enough is enough, we want to see our kids.
Oh yeah.
And we decided just weekends, Saturday and Sunday. We found that works well for most families. They themselves are busy during the week. Right. So it's just something that works for us. We have never gone into this looking to be like Scott Lewis at Lewis Farm Markets. We're just looking for something to get the families out and looking at a farm, because the farm is what drives our business. So getting that education and seeing kids' faces light up when they see a tractor, or when they're out and they're seeing combines picking up soybeans or wheat, is really impressive to them, and they love it. So, and that's what we love.
My daughter, we get our pumpkins here, and she always thinks it's cool because she actually gets to pick it off the vine, and you don't really get that experience unless you come to where they grow, or you grow them in your own yard. So it is definitely a more natural experience out here. It's pretty cool.
We get a lot of compliments. People coming from, actually, I'm amazed how far people will drive to come do this. You have a lot of people that really want to do a corn maze, and they travel to every corn maze that they can find. I'm glad they do. I'm glad they enjoy it. It's something that I don't pay a company to come in and do it. It's something that I work on, and we go out and cut it when it's early and make our paths and make it the best that we can. without having to overwork people and spend a lot of money. I pay someone to do it, then our prices have to go up.
Right.
So
right.
we try to keep it low cost because we understand not everybody has an extra $6 to $12 to spend.
Sure.
And that's the cost of it. $6 gets you in. You can do the wagon ride, the corn maze. We have a play area with games in it. The only thing you have to pay extra for is the apple cannons and then picking your own pumpkins.
And how much is the apple cannons?
The apple cannons cost $5.
Okay.
You get 12 apples per bucket, which is it's a lot of fun. I was amazed because I didn't think people would want to spend money to shoot apples out of a cannon, but it's a lot of fun. I actually get more dads that are really surprised and love it and ask if they can buy one or.
Now, did you make them?
We actually fabricated them here. One of my guys is a heck of a welder, and we got some help from a good friend that gave us some good ideas on how to make it and how to make it safe. And safety is the most important thing with that one.
How far do they shoot?
I can easily shoot about 200 feet easy. We actually have it dialed down so it doesn't shoot as far. We dialed it up as high as we could, and we were shooting out about 500 feet.
Wow.
So with that and where our location is, people could easily shoot out into the highway. So we dialed it back and put some safety features on the gun so they can't angle it towards the road.
Okay, well that's a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I'm sure. So, and then pumpkins cost per, I'm guessing weight-wise?
Yep, we do everything by the pound.
Okay.
So pumpkins are, I believe, 25 cents a pound.
Okay.
No, that was last year. It's 29 cents this year.
Okay.
There are some specialty stuff that actually cost a little bit more, like stacker pumpkins, mostly because they don't produce a lot on the vine, so you don't get a lot of fruit.
Sure.
So you have to adjust that with your costs. They cost a little bit more to raise. The seeds cost more, so you got to charge a little
makes
bit
sense.
more for those.
And then, what are your most popular apple varieties? Can I guess?
I bet you could guess the first one.
Honeycrisp.
Yep, Honeycrisp is always number one.
Gala, number 2.
Yep, Gala is number 2.
Macintosh, number 3.
For us, it's actually Cortland. Cortland sells faster than Max.
Are Cortland good for eating or more for baking?
More for baking.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense then.
Yep.
So.
Macintosh you can eat or bake. I want a sweeter apple, so I go towards the Gala, Honeycrisp, even Golden Delicious are pretty good too.
Okay. Now, let's talk a little bit about the Red Delicious dilemma, as I like to call it. I think that so many people, kids especially, are exposed to their first apple and it's a Red Delicious.
Yep.
And Red Delicious have no flavor and the skin is really thick.
Yep.
And what would you tell people if they're trying to get their kids interested in apples, or if they're just looking for a good starter apple? Because I would personally say not Red Delicious, but that's the one you always hear about.
Red Delicious are a strong producing apple.
Yes.
So they produce a lot on the tree, so they're more readily available. What I have found the last few years, I don't know if it's climate change, but they are a lot sweeter than you would think.
Okay.
The difference is you got to peel the skin off. The skin is bitter, so if you can peel the skin off, then it's actually not a bad tasting apple.
Well, that's good, because I feel like at schools and because they grow so plentiful that those are the first ones that get donated to things, and the kids will take a bite and they'll be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But
no,
okay.
I always tell people, if you're just because the cost isn't that much more, Gala apple is what I gave my kids when we first started giving them apples. I find that Honeycrisp were a little bit tartar, and they might not have that flavor palette for a Honeycrisp. And who wants to spend that kind of money to give a kid an apple and then maybe they not like it?
They take a bite out of it and you're like, that was $2.99 a pound.
Yep.
And you hate it now. So yeah.
Yep.
No, I
So-
totally understand.
Yeah,
that,
you
so.
can always go with the standbys, the Golden Delicious and Galas, and most kids will always eat those.
Cool. All right, cool. Good. So my theory wasn't totally wrong. So.
Yep.
Anything else that you want to tell the viewers about coming out here, or just other things that you have going on?
Yeah, again, this year we have been doing hay bale creatures the last few years. For this year, I decided to do a cow.
Okay.
So we have a cow at our gates welcoming people in. They can look around, and there's a special spot on the back of the cow that I'm sure everybody will notice and see exactly what the shape looks like. I've had a lot of compliments on it. They thought it was really neat. We've got a lot of really good people out working this year that really enjoy working with the people out here. And that's the number one thing for us. Customer care is number one. Quality of what we are trying to do. I always tell people, again, I'm not trying to be the big guy. We're just trying to give families something fun to do on the weekend that maybe they wouldn't normally do.
Sure.
So, I mean, they're probably not looking to spend 6 hours out here. There's just not enough for them to do. But you can easily spend an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3. The kids love being outside. They love running around, and it's a good thing for them to do.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for joining me.
Yep, thank you.